And now, our feature presentation.
I gotta be honest, I kinda panicked when I thought about making an intro for this video, so I'm just gonna start right here. So, this is a story time about me and my friends almost got locked up, and it took place near September 2021, that's all you really need to know. So, for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna use these people's real names. I got myself, Pablo, Brittany, and Chloe. And the beginning of our adventure starts at Pablo's house. And honestly, I'm just chilling with the bro, and I get a text from Chloe. Chloe, backstory, me and her have been friends since like my 10th grade year of high school. I mean, I've already graduated now, but me and her weren't entirely that close back then. But it was kind of out of the blue. And like, I had brought up the idea of us hanging out once in the past, and I guess today was that day. So, out of the blue, she pulled up with a homegirl, that homegirl being Brittany, and we hopped in the V. And then I'm not gonna lie, Chloe, when you see this video, I just want you to know, you had me shook. There was a mini cloud in the damn V already from a dab pen. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know she was about that action. She kind of had me surprised. I looked at Pablo, I was like, oh shit, we're in for a wild ride. Yeah, that was kind of corny, but still, bro, I was like, you know what I'm saying? The adventure's about to start. Now Pablo, he's pretty used to all the shenanigans that I put him through. We are like brothers. You know what I'm saying? We're brothers. We're not blood, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes friendship is thicker than blood. That's just how it be sometimes. However, this is gonna be a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? First impressions matter, people. First impressions matter. So this is my first time meeting Chloe and Brittany, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Chloe, I had a great fucking time. I had a marvelous time. It was a great time, but we're gonna get to that part of the story. So, you know, I'm nervous and shit. I'm sitting in the back of the car. I'm not saying anything because I'm not gonna lie. At this period of time, I was just not feeling myself. Pablo, on the other hand, he was just talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe it's a universal pothead thing. Like, he was just talking to him, just saying what's up. And then Chloe turned around. She said something to me, and I was like, yo, what's up? And then like she started cracking jokes because I guess it was visible that I was kind of nervous. But like, anyways, so she was like, I have a great idea. You know what we should do tonight? I was like, what should we do? So she was like, we should go to Big Tree Mountain. I'm saying Big Tree Mountain because the people that live where we're from, they're gonna know exactly what Big Tree Mountain is. I'm not saying what it is because it's a state park and I don't have time for explanations and shit. So, third character introduction, Brittany. Brittany, she was the silent and deadly type. I'm not gonna lie. She turned around, hey guys, with the Batman face. I was shook. You know what I'm saying? Why? What did we do? So me and Pablo looked at each other. We were like, oh shit. And she was like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just took her a while to come out of her shell. But I mean, Brittany ended up being lit too. So we end up in the back of the whip, quiet as shit because the silence was very loud at this part of the adventure. And Chloe was like, hey, put on some tunes, bro. She was like, put on a playlist or something. And I was like, okay. So we passed the pen around a couple of times, and I'm not gonna lie, at this time I was lit because I finally saw this as my chance to shine. I'm the music person. In every fan group, I'm the music person. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows it. My playlist is elite. I have all the essentials that you may need in there for when you get high or drunk. You know what I'm saying? I'm just him. So I saw this as my chance. We were all driving and shit, and you know what I put on? Tame Impala. Now, for those who don't know about Tame Impala, listen, if you haven't listened to them and you're under the influence, you need to try it. One of the greatest musicians I've ever heard in my entire life. And then I was like rotating in and out of Tame Impala, Kanye West, and a few other psychedelic artists that you may be able to listen to when you are under the influence. So mid-ride, because we were just having some small talk. This part of the story is kind of unimportant, but mid-ride, guess what Chloe puts on? Guess what Chloe puts on, bro? Young Dolph. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. Because listen, before she had put it on, I had never listened to him. I just never bothered to. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I regret it to this day. Because she put it on, the entire car was bumping, bro. The entire car. Like, what do you mean? Chloe put it on? How did I not know about this? How did I not know about this artist, this endeavor, this musical phenomenon? And slowly but surely, Brittany was coming out of her shell. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the Young Dolph, but she started getting teed up, bro. She was blowing clouds in the car. Everything, the spirits were high. You know what I'm saying? I look at my boy Pablo, bro. And with time, everybody knows that the effects start to hit you. So I don't really think they knew what was going on or why we were reacting the way we were in such a short amount of time. Me personally, I didn't tell anybody this, but Pablo already knew I was a lightweight out of the group. So it hit me faster than a lot of the other core members of the story. But that's not important. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what she was smoking on, Chloe. I don't know what you were smoking on. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You had me and Pablo out of character. We're in the back of the car, high as shit, taking videos like we're city girls or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no sexy red video. Get it together. We're in the back of the V, dancing and shit, and all you hear in the front of the car is 100 shots. 100 shots. How the fuck you miss a whole 100 shots? I just want everybody to know I'm having a ball at this point. I'm having a fucking blast. I'm in the back of the car. Getting chauffeured. You know what I'm saying? Chauffeured. Listening to Young Dolph. I thought this was a loading screen to the adventure, but apparently fucking not. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I'm pretty sure Chloe or Brittany didn't know how high we were, because we were like giggling in the back and shit, and Brittany's ass turned around. What are you guys laughing at? What's so funny? I want to laugh too. I was like, yo, you're bugging, twin. Back off. I didn't really say that though, but I looked at Pablo and he looked back at me and he was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I was like, I don't know, bro. Be real with you. I really don't know. But she turned back around and we were like, what the fuck? And we continued to laugh. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to the part where we actually get to the goddamn destination, because this is all filler. These these are filler episodes of the series that we're in. So we get to Big Tree Mountain, and honestly, I'm fucking tweaking. Now keep in mind, I told y'all I was the lightweight earlier, but if I'm the lightweight and my peers around me are noticeably getting more faded and quiet and shit because we're all just starting to feel the vibe of the music playing and, you know, vibing out in the car, and when we finally get to the destination, nobody's talking. Imagine how I feel, okay? I'm the lightweight and they're faded. So it's like, bro, I'm tweaking bad. Like, this is a state of emergency. I'm just playing. But I will say one thing. When I get faded, bro, the voice in my head noticeably changes. Like, we get to the mountain and the voice in my head is awesome. Bro, what the fuck is going on here? We're on a mountain, high as shit right now. But anyways, back to the story time. We arrived to the final destination, and I'm not gonna lie, it was peaceful as hell up there, okay? It started raining a little bit, but we didn't really mind because we were all kind of high, and we're all laughing and bonding with each other, having a great fucking time, a marvelous time. So keep this in mind. Pablo decides to get the great idea and pull out the blunt that he was secretly rolling in the car that I did not know about. Maybe it's because I was faded, but the voice in my head was like, bro, I don't know if we can do this still. I don't know if we can do this, because it's like, you know, what is going on here? But I'm not no bitch, so I went ahead and indulged in the activities anyway. And the girls, you know, I don't know what it is with some of y'all, but y'all have the best tolerance in the world. I don't know how y'all can take 13, 14 riffs off that shit. Because keep in mind, we're all passing this shit around the car on the way there, okay? And I had to pass a couple of times because I thought I wasn't gonna make it out. But then he pulls this shit out. And they were perfectly fine. Like, we're all high as shit. Keep that in mind. But they're perfectly fine with this blunt. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all about the scenery of the mountain, right? So, it's dark as shit outside. I'm not even supposed to be up here because, you know, people like me don't go up there. They don't go up to no mountain wilderness at no nighttime because we're not adventurous like that. We just be in a house, you know, chilling, minding our own, maybe watching some television. But the mountain, because it was dark, the moon was full, right? The moon was full, and the clouds that were above us that had rained on us for a little bit had finally passed over. So the moonlight hit the mountain, and bro, when I tell you, this is some of the most beautiful shit I have seen from nature in my life. Maybe it's because I was high, but like, bro, there was a purple hue on the mountain. Now, if I grab any one of these people that were with me on that night, they will say the exact same thing. It's dark as shit out here. So the only thing lighting up the environment around us, you guessed it, was the moon. And I'm not gonna lie, this is where that main character shit was coming from. This is what was hyping my head up to make me believe that I was the main character at this time. Because, bro, what are the odds? Me and one of my best friends are on a mountaintop with these cool ass women, high as shit, and it's a full fucking moon, bro, and it is beautiful. Like, it is absolutely stunning, dog. Like, look, I know y'all are probably gonna see this video and be like, bro, you're overhyping it. No, bruh, on this day specifically, like, it was purple. And then the girls start playing like classic, you know, 2010s bops, like Party Rock and, you know, Party in the USA and Pitbull and shit like that. So we're having a great time, and every now and then a car would pass. We didn't really think anything of it because we were high and we were having a great fucking time, but like, bro, we were really just having a great time, bro. Me and my bro were reflecting on life choices. We're like, yo, we really did this shit, dog. What are the odds that we're up here right now? Like, we're having a great time. I was like, bro, I love you, bro. You're a great fucking guy. He was like, I love you too, bro. You're a great fucking guy. So the girls start, you know, they start taking videos and stuff, you know, normal girl stuff. And then all of a sudden, the idea of a TikTok, you know, jumps in the air. Now, I'm just gonna let you guys know, on this day specifically, my kneecaps were not fucking with me. So, you know, if they ever leak their TikTok video, I just want y'all to know, my kneecaps were not fucking with me that day. And I was high. My mobility attributes were not where they needed to be that day. So I'm holding the blunt, doing the jerk, because that's what we had, you know, it was around the time that the jerk shit was coming back. So I'm over here doing the jerk and my kneecaps look absolutely appalling. I'm gonna be honest, it was laughable. If they ever leak the video, I'm fried. Now, for time purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know I skipped over a few parts. These are those few parts. We're reflecting on life and shit, but the little voice in my head is like, yo, we should probably leave, bro. It's late. You're not even supposed to be up here. And just because your mom is out of town does not mean you don't have a curfew, my boy. Your black ass need to be in the house. That happened about twice. So I'm not gonna lie, what happens next, I should have seen it coming, and I probably should have warned everybody else, but I didn't, because I was so in the moment that I just forgot. And what happens next is, about 20 minutes after we made the TikTok, a third car passes us, right? But this one doesn't pass us. It kind of just pulls up behind us. But me being high as shit, I think that these are fellow smokers. So like, when I see them stop behind us, the voice in my head was like, fuck! Abort mission, abort mission, abort mission, abort mission. But, you know, it didn't take long for the rest of us to figure out that, you know, these may not be friendlies because they stopped behind us. And I'm not gonna lie, if you don't know by now who these people may be, I'm gonna let you know you're slow. You're clearly not as smart as the rest of the students in this class, because guess what, bucko? These are cops. Didn't take long for them to go ahead and step out of the car. So for, you know, purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate what happened. Well, look what the fuck we got here. Delinquent kids on this here mountain after closing. Lord help us. So, you know, I'm not gonna lie, the voice in my head was in a tantrum. He was in a tantrum. He was like, I told you to fucking leave, mate. I told you to leave, and all of this could have been avoided. But nevertheless, here you are, looking like a fool. Once again, mate. Once a fucking again. This could be the end. It was good serving with you, my brother. So they quickly asked us what the fuck we were doing. But I left out a part. Before they even got out of the car, Pablo, being the W man that he is, threw the blunt that we were smoking fast as shit. Now listen to me. I ain't never seen a man with superpowers, but this nigga has superpowers. Because before I even knew who they were to get out of the car, he threw it. Fast as fuck. Probably faster than the speed of light. Because I did not process in my brain that he threw it at all. But anywho, because that wasn't that important. They get out of the car and they start questioning us like why we're there. Like, they're like, care to explain to us what you guys are doing? You haven't answered our question yet. I'm thinking that these fucking guys are walking Texas Rangers or whatever because, you know, they actually sounded like that. But however, you know, I'm not gonna lie. We all knew we were fried. Chloe kind of just looked at me with that distressed ass look on her face. And Brittany was like, fuck. And I could tell that, you know, the group was in shambles as a unit. We were fried. But, you know, we just kind of stood there in silence. And then he asked us, you guys are aware that this is a state park, right? We were like, no, sir. We were not aware that this was a state park, but damn. So then we kind of already looked, you know, we already looked like we were up to no good because we were standing on the side of the car at this point. But like, when he pulled up, we all kind of got pale. We were all pale as shit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, especially me. I just stood in the back and didn't say anything because I knew like either I was gonna laugh or like say some shit that was gonna get us caught. So I just shut my ass up. So Chloe and Brittany were like, nah, we weren't aware that this was a state park. And then he was like, well, I need to get some identification because I don't think you're even old enough to be up here at this time. But them being on some nosy Parker ass shit as cops, you know, they stepped up to us to get our identification. Instead of just like us handing it to them, they kind of like stepped up to us so they could verify that we were all under the influence. And then like they made us do like the eyeball test where they fucking, you know, put the flashlight in front of our eyes and shit. So then as one of them is questioning us, the other one circles back around to the car on the driver's side and rummages through their fastest shit before any of us knew what the fuck was going on. So in my head, I think, you know, these guys think they're Shaq and fucking Kobe with this fucking dynamic ass duo. They pulled us over in the middle of the night. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they caught us with our pants down, but they was really, you know, they thought they was the shit, bro. They thought they was Batman and Superman with this fuck ass pullover incident. And the cop that searched the car immediately found the 2.5. So in my brain, I'm freaking the fuck out. When he found it, everybody kind of looked like surprised, as if we all knew that the nigga was not gonna find it or something. But he found it. He found it, bro. So long story short, he found it. He kind of just asked us like whose weed it was, right? Now, if you're watching this shit and you've never been in this scenario, for the love of God, you know, remember this rule. If it's your fucking weed, you need to fess up to that shit, because I'm gonna be honest, there's too many scenarios in which motherfuckers are, you know, taking the blame for other people and shit. But Chloe, being the W fucking woman she is, right? She knew the rule. She knew the fucking rule. And 9 times out of 10, you know, everybody ain't gonna do that. So as he's putting us into handcuffs, and I'm freaking out, I'm gonna be like, officer, please don't do this to me, not me. And Pablo had to calm me down because he was like, if you struggle, bro, you might get shot. You're already a person of color, and we're in the middle of the fucking woods. So Chloe, because she saw all the peril that was going down at the time, she was like, it's mine. And I'm not gonna lie, listen, that's her superhero moment. That's her superhero moment, because I was like, when she said that shit, I'm gonna be honest with you, the entire forest went quiet. I'm gonna be honest, it went quiet, and the cop just looked at us and he was like, now how fucking hard was that? All you had to do was tell us whose fucking weed it was. But fast forward to the main part of the story where, you know, we get past this little fucking, you know, peril moment. Chloe and Brittany both together seemed to sway the cops' ideas. You know, she was like, both of them was really like, yo, we're just teens, we're just trying to have some fun, you know, they was doing that shit. And I'm not gonna lie, they're W women for that shit. So they let us off easy, made us crumble the weed in front of the car, and basically they told us to get someone responsible enough to drive us all home because we were all high. So we kind of all struggled to figure out who that was gonna be, but at the last moment, Brittany was like, I can call my aunt because she's cool. And so then after that, we all got into Chloe's car again, right? And the moment that we stepped into the car, we kind of all just looked at each other in silence and started laughing. We were like, no, that did not fucking happen. That did not happen. And as soon as they arrived, you know, they all drove us back home to the city we're from, and we all kind of just went our separate ways. We said goodbye to each other. I drove Pablo home, you know, and I haven't seen them since, ironically. That's kind of fucking weird, but you know, that's the story time. I'm gonna be honest, I got one more message for you guys. Don't do fucking drugs outside. Do that shit in your house. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be sure to see you in the next one.